Hello there. Welcome back to another quickfire discussion pod. This time we're talking about compliance. I want to thank Jan again for joining me, Senior Account Director for New Zealand at Certus Digital. Today's business challenge is if compliance is a big cost as well as an annoyance for a company, how can they ensure that they're as compliant as possible while avoiding admin and inefficiencies involved with it? First of all, thank you very much for being here, Jan. How are you going?
Very well. Thanks, Paul. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Hey, first question for you. What is the importance behind compliance? Why is it important to comply?
Paul, it's a big topic and a very, very important topic. Compliance play a crucial role in the asset-intensive industry. And as you perhaps know, this is where Certus and IBM really specializes as well. And maybe I could highlight some key reasons why compliance is so vital. We'll start off, I think, by the legal and the regulatory requirements. So compliance ensures that companies adhere to laws, regulations, and industry standards. By staying compliant, companies mitigate legal risk and maintain the trust of the stakeholders. Compliance promotes operational efficiencies and standardized processes and best practices. Reputation and trust within the organization is so important. So companies that prioritize compliance, they earn the trust and the confidence of not only the customers, but the investors and the other stakeholders within. And that leads to sustainable growth at the end of the day. Risk mitigation is another hot topic. So compliance really does help identify and mitigate potential risk. There's a few options. Compliant frameworks incorporates measures of cybersecurity, data protection, which is very, very important. Currently, we've seen a number of hits lately, which cost a lot of organizations millions and billions of dollars. Business continuity and safeguarding assets and reducing the likelihood of costly incidents.
Compliance for me is one of these things that feels like some businesses should have it, like they should know that they have it. Um, some businesses I've worked with have trouble with compliance. Like it's something they don't want to do, or it becomes a financial challenge, or something like that. I'm just kind of curious as to what you think they can do to help stay compliant. Like, what are some of the challenges that they face?
Well, I guess another point I think I'd like to come back to is the organizational culture, Paul.
Mhm.
And just to add on to the topic which you've just raised, I think the organizational culture needs to change within organizations globally. A culture that has compliance promotes integrity. It certainly keeps accountability within the organization. We've seen globally, working with IBM and the likes and some of our other ecosystem partners, we've seen that a strong compliance culture helps prevent misconduct, fraud, unethical practices, and basically it's safeguarding the company's reputation at the end of the day. So I guess some typical challenges faced when the business tries to comply is, again, hammering on the evolving regulatory landscape. We know that the asset intensive industry operates in a very complex environment that is subject to frequent changes. Staying up to date with the evolving regulations and industry standards can be really, really challenging. So we know that the asset intensive industries really involve managing complex infrastructure, facilities, and equipment. Some of those equipments is very, very expensive. So compliance efforts needs to consider various aspects, such as safety protocols, environmental regulations, maintenance requirements, asset performance monitoring, all of these aspects. Data management and reporting, um, and another big compliance issue. Compliance often involves collecting and reporting on vast amounts of data. Ensuring the accuracy of this data and the compliance, therefore, can be very, very tricky and difficult. I guess another point which I could possibly mention here is risk management. Compliance is closely linked to risk management. Identifying and mitigating compliance risks across the organization can be a significant challenge. The asset intensive industry involves various risks including operational and cybersecurity, as briefly touched on a few seconds ago. I think by addressing some of these hurdles, which I've just mentioned, the asset intensive businesses can really establish a robust compliance framework that aligns with the regulatory requirements, minimizing risks, and promotes sustainable operations.
What are some strategies then that an organization can bring in to make compliance more efficient and manageable for them?
Well, yes. Again, this is where the Certus and the IBM offering really comes to play, and with our vast experience of more than 20 years, when it comes to making compliance more efficient, IBM and Certus has got a number of solutions that can assist in streamlining those processes and the compliance thereof. Some of the strategies that I think we'd like to enhance the compliance efficiencies is regulatory compliance management. There's an IBM and a Certus product called IBM Open Page, and that really provides a comprehensive compliance management solution. It helps you organize and efficiently manage the obligations. It monitors compliance statuses, and it generates reports to demonstrate the adherence to regulatory compliances. Again, a topic which is quite close to us is the whole data privacy and security issue, which we know globally is a massive concern for financial institutions, asset intensive
And
institutions.
one that's constantly evolving as well. I think that's really important for people to note. There's new laws coming into place. It's a complicated issue, that one.
Oh, absolutely, Paul. You spot on, and it all entices the whole context of our subject, which we talk about sustainability and the compliance issues in our customers. I mean, we are a EAM service offering solution, but we're also a consultative led organization where we take our partnerships with our clients very, very seriously, and it's our responsibility to continuously be on the front foot for our customers. And this is where we sort of leverage on some of the IBM products like IBM Security and IBM Watson Privacy Solutions to support some of our organizations in managing the data and privacy security. Now, as you know, these software solutions gets updated on a regular basis, and really IBM does spend a lot of money to ensure that they have the latest and the best available offering to the market. Again, just to continue on that, we've got a continuous monitoring and reporting functionality or service offering. Is called IBM Watson AI powered solutions. And this is where IBM Watson Discovery can enable organizations to automate compliance related data. It also has the ability to detect compliance issues and maintain ongoing compliance issues. So by implementing some of these strategies and leveraging on some of IBM and Certus' suite of compliance management, we believe that the integration of some of these solutions can really, really assist you as an organization to navigate the complex regulatory landscape and demonstrate compliance adherence to the authorities.
That is fantastic strategy advice. Thank you very much, Jan. You've answered all my questions. It's been absolutely brilliant. What we're going to do is leave in the comment section some contact details. So if people want to be able to track you down or track down Certus, they'll be able to do that quite easily from there. Thank you very much for joining me today. Don't forget, if you want to listen to other quick pods that we've got around these topics, easy enough to download, catch them all now, learn a whole bunch. Until next time, thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, Paul.